it probably. Well, if you want to show me, you want to show yourself, you can do that. Okay. What was that place I was looking for?
Are we live?
Yep, you should be live.
Welcome back, guys, to my... Oh, make sure to buckle your seats, guys. Saying this to nobody. Wow, you got a big following. You're so cool. You're so popular. See how many people follow you? Crazy numbers.
We just started. They're not going to know yet. They're not going to know yet. The notice has gone out, but it takes a little while for people to respond.
Oh, I was just talking about how many followers you have.
Oh, well.
Hi, Illness.
Illness, what's up? Greetings.
What's up in the world of Illness? Anime Wolf. Hello.
Hey, Anime Wolf, what's up?
How goes the drive on this side?
It's going well. We are on our way to ice cream. We are here. We're right next to Franklin and Marshall College.
Why are you giving out our location?
It's not a big deal. People are going to race to find us. Aha! We're in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and we're about to turn into this college, although Little Arv is not going to college yet. We're doing this so we can turn around and go to an ice cream place.
Not college, but
we just went to a Lancaster Barnstormers game, and they won, and Little Arv threw out the first pitch.
Very exciting. First of 5 children threw out the first pitch. There was like 7 kids who were throwing out the first pitch, so they were like all lined up. There was
a kid who was your age, though.
No, yeah. I mean, he looked a little bit younger.
Maybe a little younger, but he was, you know.
He'll miss. Oh, it's only 8 hours from New York City. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, it's actually about 4 hours from home in Southern Connecticut. So. But yes, Little Arv did a great job. I was very proud of her, and the game was fun.
I didn't get him anywhere near the pit.
You got it online.
Nowhere near the guy.
Yeah, you bounced it in, but you got it online, basically. So it was fine. As you can see, we got the Lancaster hat. I do think this hat is maybe a little big for me. But the other one was too small, so yeah. I needed something in the middle. It was fine. So yeah, it's
better to be bigger because then you won't have a headache.
Right. That's right. And it did its job in keeping the sun off us and all that kind of thing. Okay, thanks. So yeah, that was the deal, and it was a cool stadium. It's funny, the stadium is like just in Lancaster.
It feels like
you're driving along, and all of a sudden you're like, stadium.
Hey,
you're like, oh.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, what's up, Echo?
The road goes ever on, homebound and down. Another con wrapped up for 2024.
That's basically it.
Yep.
Yep, that's right. That's basically it. Another con is wrapped up. It's not the beginning of con season for me because the beginning of the year I had Boscone, and then we have virtual stuff. I'm actually going to be doing a Nebulous panel this week, but that's virtual. So the next in-person con for me is going to be ReaderCon in Boston.
When's ReaderCon?
That's in July, and then Gen Con, and then
could
hopefully
I go
World
to
Con.
ReaderCon?
I think you could, yeah.
Hillness, is the Lancaster team mascot the streamer, so they can say "Go Casters"?
That's funny. Their mascot is
a weird blurb.
is this cow?
A cow?
Yeah, it's a cow. Did you see it?
No,
yeah.
That's not a cow. It's like a. Wait, was it a cow?
Look at the baseball that you got, and tell me that it's like it's a bull or an ox.
Okay, no, because I'm confused because they're like mascot. No, I think it's a bull.
Oh, it might be a bull.
It's a bull.
Well,
it's a bull.
I guess it could be a bull.
It's a bull.
Anyway, but today, once a year, they do 3 games where they honor Lebanon County to the north, and so they become the Iron Masters because this is pretty close to Iron Country, and they've done this the last 3 years. They won today. They're 9-0 as the Iron Masters, And we were like, maybe you should just stay that way as the Iron Masters because you like dominate people. But it was funny because they had like Delino DeShields' kid. Delino DeShields was a pretty good Major League Baseball player.
Didn't they have another kid?
Sean Dunston was another kid. His dad was an All-Star. So
it's a bull. The bull has lightning bolts for horns. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It is a bull.
So it is a bull. All right.
But then I don't understand because like there's a mascot that was walking around, and no, they're not. I don't think they're lightning bolts. They're horns. Yeah, but it is a bull. I don't understand though because there's that mascot walking around. It wasn't a bird. Was it a bird?
The one that was
walking around.
The one that was looking at you and then pointed to your pants.
What?
And did the thing. You talk about the mascot because he was like.
Pointing at my pants?
Well, because he went like this and then he was like. He's like shook his head. He went down and looked at your pants because you had said it yourself. Everyone else was wearing shorts, so he was doing the thing where he's like, like
I did not see that at all.
He was right there in front of you, and it wasn't making fun of you. He was doing a mascot.
I just saw him. I waved at him. He didn't wave back. He just like sort of looked at me, and then he went to the next person. I was like, what did I do?
Yeah.
And then to the next kid, he was trying to get the kid to be more excited.
Yeah, he was trying to get the other kid fired up, which but yeah, so but it was cool. It was they had like I think 3,300 people. I think they announced the attendance. They had dancers. They had they also had like more sponsors.
The amount of sponsors. These are the ones that I counted just from like plates across the field, like panels. 78. 78. And that's not counting all the ones that were in the seats, that were changing as the screens paneled, that were announced during the thing. There was this one, it was super funny. This guy, while running to first base, ends up, I think it's that he slipped, and I think he like twisted his ankle.
Like that, yeah.
And while everyone's like, oh, and while he's like on the floor and the guy comes over, you hear, wasn't it like he got like a walk or something? It's like, you're like, this, no, it was the timeout, right?
Yeah.
It's like, this timeout is sponsored by foot and ankle care for injuries and stuff like that.
And he was being really quiet because, when you're the announcer, you don't want to be like, oh, this is great. But so he was like, this timeout for injury brought to you by Max foot and ankle injury. I'm like, really? We're sponsoring injuries now? Like that's, we're sponsoring injuries.
And there was nothing else. That sponsor never came up again.
No.
Never. It was...
I was like, that's pretty... I mean, how about we have you sponsor an injury? Oh, sounds good.
There's this one group, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia was sponsoring all the strikeouts.
Yeah.
Echo Alpha says, and not Inkle, and also says, in other announcements, Happy Pride and Men's Mental Health Month. Yeah.
Yes to both. That's right. Yes to both. Yeah, there was a Pride parade on Saturday in Pittsburgh during Three Rivers.
Yeah.
So and then like they had this announcement where they were going through the things. Oh man, what was I going to say? The sponsors, the ankle and foot thing.
One for striking out, one for getting a home run.
Oh yeah, and then there was one that was sponsored by a ministry. I was like, I can't remember. This brought to you by this walk brought to you by the Ministry for Justice of blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, hey, what's up, Effect Life? Yeah, I was just kind of like, what? It's like this. It was really funny. But what I liked about it though was it was very Americana. Everyone there was really nice, and it just reminded me like that's going on all across the country right now, or a bunch of these little minor league.
It was a bunch of local businesses.
And like a little bunch of minor league teams. The big sponsor was probably the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, which its short is CHOP, and they keep using that term. So like brought to you by CHOP. I'm like
CHOP.
I don't know that I would call it. I mean, I understand that is the acronym, but like
I don't think you should call
it a hospital. Like,
I don't think a hospital that's specifically
welcome to pediatric surgery.
Yeah, that's focused on pediatric surgery. I don't think you should be called CHOP.
Yeah, like.
But it's so funny because it's like this strikeout is brought to you. I'm like, doesn't that like villainize the hospital?
Yeah.
That they're bringing strikeouts.
They were bringing strikeouts. Maybe they're striking out, cancer or whatever. But I did like the local business thing.
Currently getting ready for bed, but saw the notification that you went live, and so I decided to check in for a while.
Nice. Welcome. Yeah, it was good. This weekend, as I had mentioned to everybody, I wanted to do a stream this weekend, and I am doing one, so that's good. But I knew that it was going to be a little bit off schedule because of, like the situation. And yesterday was very busy. I got a chance to meet a couple of folks from our Twitch community, which was nice. And and I was selling some books, and then I was beat. Like we got there late Friday as it was, and then we had to get up pretty early on Saturday. So there was just a lot. So I'm like, we'll wait until today, and then we will do it today, and we'll get a chance to get some streaming.
Plus, of course, high school doesn't stop once you go on a trip. So
that's true. So she's got to get back for school. Yep, she had to do homework, which she did. She did. You did most of your homework, right?
No, I did all the work I needed to do.
Okay.
Yeah, everything that I needed to do was done. So, and technically, to be honest, that wasn't actually something I needed to do, but I wanted to get it done first. Comic-Con first, TwitchCon second. TwitchCon as in streams. Echo Alpha says.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is funny. I know you were talking about streams, but I have always wondered whether I will ever get to a TwitchCon. It's possible. The reason I haven't to this point is just because I'm so I only have so much. I have limited resources, right?
Yeah.
And I can't go to everything. And like TwitchCon, oh my God, there it is.
Where?
So we're about to go to this place that has 101 reviews, complete 5 stars.
Yeah.
And it's called, go ahead and get this in front, Nikki's Custard. This place is like, and like, this has to be, I guess because we're in dairy country, this has to be like the 4th ice cream place that has 4.8 stars or more in this area. They're like, the most amazing. And then I was like, 5 stars, this is the greatest. I'm like, good.
How many greatest are there?
Like, good God. So yeah, Nikki's Custard here is what we're going to.
Can I have my phone back?
Yes, you can have your phone back. Yay. For the moment until we go on the thing.
Oh man.
So yeah, so we're going to this thing. You're making your own by the dice roll. True, that's right. So there it is, chat. Check this out. That's the place. So, oh nice. This place is something else. What's up, Shambi? So yeah, we are cashless. What is the deal with all the cashless places? Okay, so
we can just we'll just wait on the outside.
Oh, wait outside?
Yeah.
All right. Because we're swamped at the moment.
We can look through the window to see what we're going to get.
All right, so here we go.
Oh, very simple.
That's going to be their place. All right, I'm going to rely on you to tell me when they're open, like when the line is in there. So this is like, we can get in? Okay, good.
We tried to move everyone
out. Oh, thank you. All right, there it is. It's like that.
Oh, they got no charge.
They have cinnamon maple pretzel toppings.
Okay.
Now remember, custard is kind of a denser sort of ice cream, and I like custard a lot, actually. I'm going to get vanilla custard. I'm going to get it with caramel. I'm tempted. Those cinnamon maple pretzels. There were cinnamon nuts at the place where we were in Lancaster at the game, and like so, Little Arv and I the whole game were just like cinnamon, which not that I'm complaining, but very funny, Echo. Very funny. They got this. They got that.
This is top entertainment.
Yeah, no, it is. This is the best. You can all scan the code. Join Nikki's loyalty program. You can do that, chat, right now.
It's like nowhere near you.
Yeah. Ooh, they have a berry milkshake. You see that?
Yeah.
Fresh strawberries and blueberries.
Oh, yeah. There's a few.
I think I'm going to do chocolate toppings.
I have toppers. Okay. Single double.
I mean, they got cookie dough bites.
So wait, they have no charge toppings and toppers, which are 89 cents.
Is that good?
89 cents. Well,
I think I might get Graham Dust. Graham Dust. That milkshake looks pretty good, actually. vanilla custard, fresh strawberries. And then we get a chance to check chat because like the classic that we've been testing, smalls here have become like mediums.
Well, they're single actually.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Unless they like fill it to the brim, but I suppose so. Yeah. So that's gonna be what that looks like. 12-ounce mini. But see, like, so they have regular. See, their regular is now large, and their mini is now regular, and their cup is whatever. Hey, what's up, Classic Core? Welcome to ice cream. Custard, more specifically, Classic Core. They also have milkshakes. Coconut cream, yeah, they don't have that. They've got vanilla, they got chocolate, they got strawberry, they have oat milk soft serve, they got cinnamon roll, which is tempting. It's very tempting, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, they have actually a smaller one for a change.
Yeah, they're small. I mean, I'm looking at the milkshake sizes, I think they're small actually, so they're small.
Do they have Grandma's McFlurry? This is in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Classical. We are at Nikki's Custard in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We just went to a baseball game. We had some food, and so that is where we are right now. We are standing in line waiting. That milkshake is very tempting. Oops, sorry. Go ahead. You can go in front of me, Steve.
Anything you can do?
I think I'm going to do, I'm tempted.
You're not tempted enough.
Vanilla, caramel, graham dust, sprinkles. That's what I'm getting.
What's a rock solid?
What's a what? A rock solid? I don't know. You booked the Eurostar in a night in a hotel. Oh, yay! No, I had not heard that, Effect Life. That's awesome.
What is that?
Effect Life is going to be traveling out because he lives in Europe, so he's going to see us in August. We are excited for that, Effect Life. That's awesome. Hi, Mrs. Dunsel. Yes, exactly, Classic Core. It'd be good to see you there, too. And also, hi, Eden. Hi, Jen. Welcome to Nikki's Custard. We're getting some ice cream.
That's a good size.
That is the mini milkshake, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, to myself and to Little Arv, who was there.
Can I get a small of the strawberry?
And I am here, and we're getting some ice cream, and we're going to go outside, and we're going to eat it. And we're going to chat the chat.
Custard?
Yeah, sorry, it's custard. We went to this place, for those of you who missed it, because it's 101 reviews, 5 stars. In a place where there's like 5 other ice cream places that all have 4.8 stars. It's crazy.
So what is the rock solid?
So rock solid's like a milkshake without the milk. We kind of take any of the toppings that we use and we blend it together with one of the custard that you choose.
Oh, okay. Can I do a mini of the rock solid with chocolate, please?
Sure.
The sauce being milk chocolate, the graham dust, and the orgeat crumbs, please?
No, I'm not going to be at Origins this
Instead
year.
of mini, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So milk chocolate, graham dust, and orgeat.
No, I'm not going to be doing Origins this year, Jen. No. I will be at next for me after this. Besides the Nebula, I'm doing a virtual con on Nebula. Yeah. No, I stopped going a year or two ago. It's too bad. I liked it, but things occurred. And can I get please a small of the vanilla custard with caramel and graham dust, please? And I guess sprinkles. Do you have rainbow sprinkles?
Sprinkles.
Lovely.
So you said what kind of sauce again?
Caramel.
Salted or regular?
Regular. And then, ReaderCon is going to be my next one in July. Yeah, that's cool. Look at that. Outstanding. Whipped cream, I think, please.
Alright, what was in that rock salt?
Oreos, milk chocolate sauce, and the graham dust.
Alright, thank you.
Okay. Good, Chad. I'm going to not dox my own card for a minute here.
And then is that single vanilla yours as well?
Yeah, that's right.
And then what sauces and toppings were on there?
Caramel, sprinkles, and graham dust, and whipped cream.
Thank you.
It says chocolate sprinkles.
Alright, it should be ready for you then.
Okay.
And then they'll finish up that rock solid for you back there.
Okay.
Did you want 2 spoons? Yes, please.
Hold on, chat. Bear with me. Sorry.
Alright, you're good to go then. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Have a great night, guys.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now we are outside. Yeah, card number was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, exactly. All right. You want to be on this bench over here, maybe? Like on here. I'm thinking over this way because that way we're here, like here, honey.
I was lost.
Okay, like that. Okay. So, all right. So let's just review, chat. We got this. So that is. So what is that? So that's.
And I got chocolate custard, and then I got Oreo and milk chocolate and graham dust in it.
Shambi, you got to tell us what flavor. Very important. You got to tell us what flavor. We got here vanilla custard. We have caramel, and she actually put caramel into the middle of the vanilla, which is extra points. Sprinkles, and then whipped cream. It's good stuff. Cookies and cream, quality. That is quality work, Shambi.
No. I approve, but no.
Quality work. Oop, wait a second. It just struck me. My problem with doing this is that now I have to figure out when I'm going to set this up so that people are not just looking at. All right, now you're going to look at my Venetian jersey.
I just smudged my shirt.
You smudged your shirt? Mm-hmm. I'm weak and that just looks so good. Husband made fresh bone broth today. All right. I like to hear it. Hold on a second. This is not working. How about if I do this and
We're not very quick.
no, we're just all right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do something which is completely legit. This is ridiculous that I'm about to do what I was about to do. I was literally going to put this in the dirt of this planter, which is an incredibly silly thing to do. So how about I not do that? Okay, there we go. All right, so now she has that.
See, why is there a hole?
Why is there a hole? Because they put stuff into it, like they put stuff down there.
In the hole of my spoon?
Oh. I used to know the answer to that because I asked them once. I don't remember. Apparently, custard is denser than ice cream.
It probably does taste denser.
And so supposedly because it's denser, I think they can use less of it to get the same effect or something. I don't remember the details, but
it tastes like soft serve, yet they scoop it.
mm-hmm. It is soft. It is it's actually 7:30 EST, Shambi.
Where are the tables?
Whoa. Classcore's village got probably evacuated because of flooding.
What?
Classcore's village got evacuated because of flooding. Really, Classcore? Did you? But you did not? Because you were far enough away from the river? Are you okay?
No. They said they're around.
He's like, I am currently on a boat, floating.
I'm currently on a log watching this.
The entire area is a disaster zone. Wow, really?
Gosh. Are you okay? Just casually just drop that. You alright?
Yeah.
Oscar's like, oh yeah, my whole life is in danger.
You're up a hill next to the forest. I'm fine. So, I have this image of you on the mansion, like some burgermeister, right? Like above the hill, just sort of looking down and being like, "Wow," as the people are washed away. I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope everyone is okay there. Has this happened a lot, Classic before?
Mine is Stinky Mom and Dad.
Casually dropping nightmares is kind of my thing. But I mean, has this happened a lot before? First time in decades in this area, okay. Wow. And there was not much warning, I'm guessing? Or was there warning? Never that bad, wow.
Let's see. Your hand.
All right.
Wow.
I've not had that experience. I had one part of my basement 2 years ago flooded a little bit because we live near the ocean, but we're not technically in the flood zone, and it was because the previous owner had built it below sea level, which was not smart. And we since got something like a basement like drying system so that won't happen again.
We realized our previous owners had a lot of money and were able to just do things and not think about the long-term effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a color changing spoon?
Oh, I do. Look at that.
Show what you're eating.
I want a color changing spoon.
Here, let me see if it works. Okay. It begins as yellow, but now it has changed.
Whoa, that's a really fast change, actually.
Haha. Technology.
Okay, Costco, I'm sorry you're doing with the flood, but this spoon is really cool.
That's too much sugar for me. I'd have such a headache. Well,
I have all of it now.
yeah. I mean, we have tried to cut way down on sugar in general.
I'm only able to have it every other day.
But this again is like, you know, the most I would want to have at a time. Like,
Mine's
and this
too
is
much.
this is a small. You know.
Mine's too much. I'm gonna have a cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Class Score. Gendra Goodfire with a hellhound pet named Gertrude. I feel like if you're going to have a hellhound pet, it should be named Gertrude. Yeah, that's crazy, Class Score. And it's just because of the crazy amounts of rain.
You are such
But
a
my
brat.
arms are tighter than Ava's. So
You are rotten.
even Mom said that my arms are thinner now. Why is it that big bump under?
Yeah.
Dude, arms are thinner now. Mine. Because did you say my...
Is it like,
Oh wait, no.
does it
you
do
said
like
that
some
Ava's
climate
arms are
change
thinner, but
maybe?
my legs are thinner. No, you said...
I mean, extreme weather events in general definitely have a climate change effect.
Ava.
But and sea rise affects river rise and all other kinds of things. Yeah. So when do they expect that the water is going to recede enough for you to be able to, or for the other people to come back, Lescore?
Are you like trapped on your hill? Do you need rations?
That's true. Do you need rations on your hill, Lescore?
You get a lid for meals.
You just wasted all that ice cream.
No, we're taking it home. Show you that.
Yeah, we used to live on a hill back in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And in the Bronx, there was there would be times where the rain would be really intense, but it would all go to the bottom of the hill, so we'd be okay.
Yep. We had a couple of hurricanes pass through, and we were up on the hill, so that the rain just would drain right down it, so we never had to worry about that. But it's an actual manor house. Now we are not that way, though. One more day of rain, so things should get better soon. Yeah. Jeez. It's all, and then you hear about other places with droughts. It's all about weather distribution. That's what we need. Hey, what's up, Tim Coolish? How are you?
That's not
Good to see you.
That's not how temperature works.
Doing well, doing well. We are having ice cream. We're almost finished. We have this. We have vanilla custard. And Little Arv here is having half of her chocolate super mini stuff. It's quite good. It is quite good.
Yeah, quite good.
But yeah, we're at a place called Mickey's Custard in Lancaster, PA. After the game that we went to, you can see we got the L. The cap is called. This cap is called the War of the Roses cap, and it's kind of like their official one. And I'm like, you know what the War of the Roses really was, right? Like, I mean,
yeah, I'm not sure why.
It's I know it sounds cool, but like, there's a whole, there's a little bit of an involved process there.
Which one's mine?
Forget history, Dad. It's cool.
Yep. So we took a quick 30-second tour of Franklin and Marshall College.
All right, let's go, girls. We're gonna have a very angry puppy.
Yeah. It would be like classic, or it'd be like being like, you know what I really need is a red wedding. You're like, yeah, maybe don't have the maybe don't have the red wedding.
Yes.
Who is that?
Some historical.
Watch out.
I think I told you right that our good friend Russ, formerly of the Our Vocalists, went when he was walking down the aisle. Little Arv and I went to their wedding. This is some years ago now, and they marched down to the red wedding theme. And people were like, do they know what that is? I'm like, yes, I think they know what that is. But also it was at the Henson Studios. So it was all like, so there's a big like thing of Kermit right there at the same time that they're also marching down the red wedding. It was interesting. They're improv people, you know.
Maybe they just randomized the playlist so they'd have to improvise as they walk down.
Yeah, sure. You got to pull the confetti cannon. You got to pull one of the confetti cannons down there. They walked down to the Rains of Castamere.
I mean, dude, it's not just some years ago. How old was that? I was like...
You were like,
Some is 3.
it might have been like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm remembering being like 9, 10 about.
Yep. And we walked in Hollywood, Beverly Hills. Was anyone wearing one of those inflatable T-Rex costumes?
See, Ross was in the inflatable. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I know, right? No, we did not have any inflatable T-Rex costumes. But it was, yeah, it was very, very Beverly Hills, very LA, for sure. And it was an interesting experience.
And a long walk too.
Yes, she has never forgotten the walk, nor entirely forgiven me. I was like, it's flat.
Well,
It was flat.
It was not always flat. I remember we had to go down that driveway, and it was an extremely steep driveway, and I almost passed out. I totally almost died. It was almost the end of me.
This is not true.
Oh no, yeah, it's a complete exaggeration. I was 10 at the time, so of course I'm going to exaggerate like crazy.
Everything seemed like that. I was just like, yeah, she, and then, you know, and it was just her and me. My wife was back home, and like, yeah, she was like, it was funny. So wait, was Kaylin, was your brother born by then?
Well, sure, if it's 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, so my wife was home with Mini Arv, who at the time was like 2. And so it was just me and her. So my wife is just like, how far did you walk? I'm like, Yeah, several miles. Don't worry about it.
Wasn't it like 3 miles?
It might have been a couple miles.
It was 2 miles.
More than 1 mile.
It might have been a couple miles. It was 2 miles. He made me a tiny child, whereas this man could speed walk everywhere.
This is a 10-year-old child, not a tiny child.
10 years tiny.
Your brother at the time was a tiny child. You were not a tiny
No,
child.
it's not a child. It's a toddler. Get it right. Baby did.
Also, you were a good height.
Okay, that I'm actually gonna go against. Mr. I am 6'3" and can speed walk everywhere. I've been able to speed walk now, but the amount of times my friends are like, "Sadie, slow down," and I realize I walk way too fast because I'm so used to having to catch up with this guy.
That's right. Hillness was back in my day. I used to walk across the city in the hole to get home from school. Of course, that was because I missed the bus. It gave us character, Hillness. Character. What's up, Dragon Spirit? Was that a height joke, Arv? Shame. I was commenting on, she had plenty of height, and she survived it and all this stuff. So, you can imagine. Like, it was fine. I had it covered.
What did you end up getting? I got strawberry and a strawberry syrup.
Catch up to this guy. Yeah. So there's a funny little interesting sideline chat, which is, so I'm wearing this Lancaster thing. For 30 minutes an hour from college builds character. See, that's what I did. Your hair is the color his beard used to be. That should help. Oh, wow. You're making a comment about my... Really? Classic, this is refined. I could easily dye this and return it to its color of old.
That's not the point. Okay, you're not helping yourself by calling it old. I'm not gonna be mean like that, alright? I'm just gonna victimize myself so then he feels guilty. I got more chocolate on my shirt.
Anyway, we were when we were there at the. How did you get more chocolate on your shirt? I was trying to help. When we were at the stadium, we ended up getting, as I said, these hats, and that was fine. But I was wearing my Pittsburgh Steelers hat, and I'm like, this should be fine. I actually think, looking at the map, I think we're closer to Philly than Pittsburgh. So there were a lot of people that were kind of like, maybe Philly fans, and I'm like, I wonder if the Pittsburgh hat is a problem. Like, I wasn't wearing New York Giants paraphernalia or something awful like that. But, What's up, Drew?
What?
Good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing, Drew? Drew, you would have. There was a lot of music being played. A lot of music being played. A lot of clips. A lot of cuts.
A lot. It felt like one of those sensory videos.
Oh, that's funny,
like
Dragon.
Dancing fruit.
Yeah, they had a lot going on.
So many things going on. I got so overstimulated.
They had a lot of it going on. They did some funny stuff though. They were like a guy, like if a pitcher walked someone on the other team, they would start playing the "Who's Gonna Drive You Home" song from the Cars and stuff like that. It's cute. I didn't mean to do it, Classic Or. I don't know if I was. It just occurred to me later. I'm like, I wonder if, because I thought I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear the Pittsburgh hat, and I'm like, maybe that doesn't like go over here.
There's this one clip where when the guy was like going too far out from the base, and the pitcher would check him by throwing the ball to the base. There's this one clip of Peter from Family Guy, which is like, "Hey, watch it.
Watch it. Stop
Watch
it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it." That was pretty funny. Yeah. And the guy had the classic announcer voice. It's actually a law that every jurisdiction and every municipality across the world has to have a guy who has the announcer voice, so he can be like, "Welcome to your Lancaster Barnstormers." He's one of these guys. They all have the same voice. And batting first, Ty Shane.
None can top the Gen Con voice.
Attention Gen Con attendees. Yeah, that was someone who has the face for radio. No, he just looks like this normal dude. But he just like immediately has the voice where you're just like, this guy's an announcer.
We didn't see the person.
I did because on the video board they had the announcer for an inning, the young kid that they had, and next to him was this guy who was like, "Hello," that guy. So then they were making all these references to like Lancaster Nation and all this stuff, and I'm like, Iron, what is it, Barnstormer Nation? And I was like, okay, there's a Red Sox Nation. There's maybe a Steeler Nation. I don't know that there's an Iron man, Stormer thing, nation. I don't know that they're those nations. All right, come with me back to the car. We're not stopping yet.
Okay.
Call your children out and then.
Okay. All right, Cindy, what's the verdict? What's your verdict?
Really,
Really, really
really good.
good?
It reminds me of the Wendy's soft drink.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, that's funny, Hillness.
Besides the 5 million drips I got in my pants.
He's like, so mad.
What?
So mad. Hillness said he made that joke in a chat room in 2003, and some guy got offended thinking he was making fun of his radio voice. Because he was saying, like, a face for radio is the joke. You know, you have a face for radio because, you know, nothing else. All right, so Little Arv is going to finish as much as she's having of this.
Don't play what I'm going to do.
Just going to put that down there. Oh, you said you had a face for radio. So you were making fun of his... Oh, so he thought you were making fun of his voice, or rather his face, when you were saying this about yourself?
How dare you say... Are you saying you have a better face than me?
Fancy car. Yeah, this is a Toyota RAV4, let me tell you. Woo! RAV4 pride right here. Listen, this is the stuff.
Fancy. But yeah, I think that's really good.
Good.
Really, yeah.
Good. That's funny on this. All right, I'm going to hand this over to...
Arv went live? That's crazy.
It was a huge leap. Yes, I can imagine.
Arv went live.
It's an import car, yeah. An import car by way of Tennessee or wherever the Toyota factory is.
What is import car?
Dragon is making a joke about how much money I have, when truthfully he's speaking only about himself, because I know that he drives
like 5 gifts.
Yeah, exactly. Dragon driving his Alfa Romeo, you know. We just heard about Classicor in his freaking hill mansion, you know. So I'm gonna switch things over so you can have that up there. Oh wait, sorry. Go ahead and switch it back. My bad. My bad. Switch it back.
Alright, stop.
I made a mistake.
Chat, he keeps telling me what to do.
Okay.
I don't appreciate it. He keeps telling me what to do.
All right. Dragon, did you notice, by the way, I've got my Venetian right here. This is my Venetian club one, which is maybe my favorite jersey because the freaking logo is amazing. The winged lion. So
I drive a Chevy Blazer, as a matter of fact, cheapest brand that I can find. I barely put 3K miles on it, so not worth spending the money on a car.
I see.
Hellness, I'm thinking of buying a BMW, but I don't think I qualify as I regularly use the turn signal.
Oh, which is something that they
Dragon Spear confirmed, cool logo. Classicor, his car can talk. Is this Knight Rider?
And as far as the BMW, like, I use the turn signal. I've driven a BMW because my father-in-law had one. I gotta be honest, I was exceedingly underwhelmed because it is so stiff. Like the BMW wheel, I was just like I was trying to like pull the thing over. It was something. Did I clear it?
What was your final thoughts on this place?
I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Dragon Spear. I drove my dad's Jaguar, but it was tuned as a racing car, so it was hard to handle.
I'll bet it was. And then the minute you turned it off, it immediately broke down and you had to take it to the shop. That's a Jaguar. That's a Jaguar joke.
Effect Life. I drive a... Oh, how do I pronounce this? Peugeot 380. No, 308. It's a company car, so I don't pay for fuel nor taxes, and I can use it for private stuff as well, which is useful since I work from home 95% of the time.
Wow. Peugeot.
Wow. Dragon Spear. True. He had to drive to Ohio to get it repaired. Doubt that was cheap.
Yeah. That's the thing. My favorite show from the 80s, The Equalizer, which was the inspiration for Gray Shade and all that. That show, actually, the most unrealistic part of that show had nothing to do with him being a spy. It's the fact that he, first of all, always found a parking spot in New York City. And secondly, that he drove a Jaguar that was never in the shop. I was like, yeah, no. It's a great car. that is constantly in the shop. Like the repair records on Jaguars are not.
Classicore. I'm drive 2 feet. I'm drive 2 feet to the bus station and back. Does that count?
Well, yeah. I mean, because can't you just? I assume that you just like hang glide from your
body
manor
part,
down
feet,
to.
not the measurement.
I assume you hang glide down from your manor to the bus station, right? Like I assume that's how that works. And every time it's the da 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 ba 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 da 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 da.
Oh, apologies, Classic Horror. Yeah, Effect Life. I think that's what I meant.
Yes, I think that's right. To the bus station. Yeah. The problem is that the U.S. is just not really a mass transit friendly society, with the exception of some cities, and then even there it depends on the city. So.
Hilmus, hey, I still have my 2010 convertible V6 Premium Mustang.
Wow.
Just not in New York City.
Why? I imagine just paying for parking. You could get an Airbnb for yourself and an Airbnb for the Mustang.
Classic Horror. I hang from a giant bat and land on a nearby field.
That's how you do it. Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Geister.
Hey, Geister. Speaking of someone that I have recently seen, I may or may not have recently seen in, as they say, person, Geister, that may have happened, that may have occurred.
Why are you saying it like that?
Well, I don't want to.
Echo, been recently geisted, you say?
I have been recently geisted.
Hey, Tim Coolish.
Yes, and Geister also was kind enough to get a copy of Renegade.
Geister, I can neither confirm nor deny.
That's right. If it were true that was the case, then I can also. It is conceivable that Geister may have also picked up a copy of Renegade. That may also have occurred.
I'm trying to read all these. Effect Life. Public transport in Belgium is a total disaster. When I want to drive to the other side of Belgium, I have to drive about 2 to 2.5 hours, including delays. Public transport needs 3 to 4 hours without delays.
What about like trains in and out of Belgium? Effect Life. What's the train? Because I know the train situation in, I believe, France and maybe Germany and Spain is pretty good. He said doubtfully. Classical, correct me if I'm wrong. Right? I mean, like, is Belgium also terrible for trains, or?
Well, I heard that Germany has pretty good trains from what I've seen. I might be wrong.
Yeah, Geister, we just ate at a custard place in Lebanon, PA, and now we're getting back on the highway.
Geister, yes, Arv is just as nice in person, but that's because I bought his book. Just kidding.
I am thankful, and certainly not. I would have been happy to see you regardless, if I did in fact see you. If that did in fact occur.
Why are you... Classic, Germany is just slightly overhyped in that regard, I'm afraid. Oh, man!
Really?
But I watch a YouTuber who lives in Germany. Effect Life. Not sure about trains. I usually don't use them. They often do have delays, but I think it's relatively well connected, at least to the major cities. Okay?
There's a bird that just fled out of the way. Well, based on the stereotype, Belgium, you should be able to just go on a river of chocolate. You should travel on a river of chocolate wherever you need to go. Now that's the stereotype, and now back to reality.
That's very stereotype.
Yes, I know.
Yes, sir. Oh, did you take the tram out of MT Lebanon?
No, I did not. We drove there because there was we went to see a Lebanon Lancaster specifically. I shouldn't say not Lebanon. Did I say Lebanon? I'm sorry. I meant Lancaster, PA is where we stopped.
Gosh,
Lancaster, PA. But we went to see the Lancaster. Yes, exactly. How many? And then Switzerland remained resolutely neutral and was like, "All right, we're going to let you do that, but we'll be frustrated."
Fly pie.
Did not get shoe fly pie. We got delicious custard though.
Classic Gore, nothing to do with trains, but apparently Clapham has a small street food market on Saturdays in case you want to do a little brunch stream there.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I am gonna have to. I'm really gonna be looking to see what I'm able to do in terms of like the live stream setup and everything else. I want to be able to do some streams. I mean, I'm 100% going to do some streams on the European trip. I just don't know on the UK trip. I just don't know what, like, when and where. And it's going to depend on a variety of circumstances. And obviously, we're going to try to live stream the D&D event. We very much want to do that. But while I'm on that subject, since Effect Life just mentioned this, definitely get tickets, everybody, if you have not done so already. So remember, August 17th. Little Arv and myself and Mrs. Arv and Mini Arv will all be will be in the United Kingdom Saturday, August 17th at the Clapham Omnibus Theatre, where the new actual play tabletop role-playing group By the Dice Roll, which consists of myself as your Dungeon Master and featuring players Pyron Jade, Dark Saber 2K, Peripheral Mike, also known as Wholesome Horror Gaming, Inanda, Fleos, and Undeveloped Bruce. All of those will be with us and with all of you lovely folks doing a live D&D event in this theater, which is a community theater which used to be a Victorian library, and I'm running, of course, for them, Night at the Forbidden Library. So it's going to be great.
Hello, Mar.
We've sold some tickets already, and it's going to be great. Who's there?
Mar.
Oh, hi, Mar.
Hellenus, when is that in the Mayan calendar?
In the Mayan calendar. I don't know.
Effect Life. The Eurostar from Brussels, Midi/Zuid to London St. Pancras, King's Cross takes about 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. That's not terrible, actually.
Hellenus. Oh wait, the Mayan calendar ended in 2012.
That's true. It's all over. Is it Effect Life? Is it super pricey to like? Was it super expensive to do that? Or not? I couldn't even officially announce it until we had everything booked and until everything was ready to go and we could put up the event page and everything, and that was just ArvCon, obviously. So
Classicor said, I have looked into flights from Munich. So far I can choose between affordable within 10 and a half hours, taking a little break in the Netherlands, or a not so affordable 2 hours direct flight. I think I'll look some more.
Okay.
Effect Life said, I don't think that another chance will happen in the near future, and I know many of you in some way or another for 6 to 8 years, so I'm willing to pay for the opportunity.
Oh, well, that's nice, and I'm really glad that you're able to and that you're willing to do that. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I've never been out of the country.
I know, that's true. Little Arv has never been out of the country, not even to Canada.
Yeah, not even to Canada.
And her brother has never been out of the country, and so this is going to be new for them. And I've only ever been,
Canada.
I've only been, say again? Me? No, I've been out of the country. I've been a number of other places out of the country, but I've never been to the UK except for a 30-minute layover in Heathrow, and that was it. So I've never really been to England, and now I'm going to get the chance to actually do that. I have been to Glasgow before. I competed there in the World Debate Championships back in 2001. But otherwise, I was there.
I keep hearing Glasgow and thinking it's a convention.
Well, oh yeah, because like GlassCon or something.
Doesn't it sound like a convention name?
It's a WorldCon at Glasgow is where it's
yeah, I know.
That's where it's happening.
Classic was saying, getting to the UK might be dangerous for me. Once I start, I might find it hard to stop.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I mean, and also there's all kinds of things. Like, there's going to be a new government by then because their election will be over.
Don't forget to fill out your customs declaration, Helena said.
Yeah, that's true. We did check all of our passports, all check out. My passport expires September of next year.
We had to get me a new passport.
So that's over a year. So that's over a year away. And we got new
passport.
passports for Little Arv and Mini Arv.
I look high.
You look high?
Both in my passport photo and especially in my learner's permit. I posted my learner's permit photo to my Instagram and everyone responded being like, "Hey Sunny, are you drunk? You look drunk." Drew the Damager said, "I've been to Canada and Bermuda." Classicore said, "Hey, if you ever want to look at Germany, my hometown is 2,000 years old and has a ton of touristy stuff to do."
Well, no, Classicore, I've been to Germany actually. I went there for Oberammergau back in 2000. So I went to Heidelberg. I went to Munich. We went to Berlin. We went to we went to a few Rotenburg. Possibly, but we went to a few places actually there. That was I really enjoyed that. I got to drive on the Autobahn. I got to prove that an Opel can in fact go 117 miles per hour. Actually 119. I hit 119 miles per hour and then slow back down. It's the fastest I ever expect to drive in my life. I have not been able to drive on the Nürburgring, which I would like to do someday. That would be pretty sweet.
Effective said, and I found a hotel about 1 mile from the theater, so everything has been planned except for dinner and breakfast.
Very nice.
Hillness is saying, better get an appointment renew your passport now, Arv.
Well, you mean for... well, but for next year, like, this trip is fine. I am going to do that, like, late this year. But this year is fine, though, Hillness. Like, because if it's over a year out, and that's fine.
Tusker, oh, not bad. You weren't in Augsburg. Oh, I'm going to pronounce that wrong. Augsburg, though? Just saying.
It's a good question. Why? Something is clicking in my head that we did go there, maybe? I don't know. But I don't remember.
Little Arv, Dragon Spear. Little Arv should go to the Canadian Niagara Falls through Toronto. Way better than the bargain basement New York version.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to get a chance to go with us to Canada. Yeah, I mean, well, we thought about doing it for CanCon. The problem was just that for CanCon, she'd have to be out of school, which is not, like, it's not a disaster, but we thought about having you do it this last time, actually.
Yeah, but it was just my AP class.
It was AP class, and it's in October, which is not super optimal.
Well, no, then if it was in October, it wasn't my AP class.
Yeah, there was something going on, though. I don't remember what it was.
Just life.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Getting out of school at her age, not great. Facer says.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, if you're trying to take her out. Although, for some things like that, she has kind of it works out to a half day on Friday-ish.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little easier, but still.
Due to me doing a secondary program, I get out a bit earlier on Fridays.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm going to be getting out earlier now because they're doing this whole weird, stupid half-day thing, but...
Yep. But I would definitely be doing, I would have to take her out for the whole day on that Friday because I have to make it up there by Friday night. To get up to Ottawa, I gotta be driving most of the day on Friday. And then I'm there all day Saturday, and then I usually leave somewhere around midday to early afternoon Sunday. The bigger problem is when we get back because, if I get back, I can get that situation if I can avoid it. So.
Geister said, well, that and you never know about projects.
Right.
Classicore, I'd also expect at least one Argonauts brunch meet that weekend. We'll see.
Yeah.
And Hilna said, is still talking about the whole passport thing. The State Department website says it should be 6 to 8 weeks for processing now, so maybe not too terrible, but I've heard some people have to wait 6+ months for an appointment.
Oh, definitely. So that's why I want to make sure that I do it this year. If I do it this year, it should be cleared easily by the time we get to next, by the time we get to September of next year. So that should be fine. But yeah, no, I don't want to wait around for it.
I mean,
it's hard to believe, 2015, man. A lot has happened. A lot has happened.
I mean, because next year I'm going to be taking one AP class, so AP Lang. There's a really big part of me that wants to not do the class because of that.
What, the AP course?
Yeah, I don't want to do it anymore.
Why?
Because of the whole summer assignment thing.
Oh. Yeah, she got summer homework and she was not happy about it.
No. Before you go on about that,
all right.
When I sign up for classes at my school, they don't give me my schedule. They put it into a computer, and then they don't give me my actual schedule until a couple days before school starts in August. So, yes, it starts in August, because that's totally fine for it to be early. Sorry, I'm bitter. But it starts in August, and that's when I get my schedule. I had signed up to take AP Lang for my junior year of high school, and they really want you to slow down.
And they're not joking around.
So I took that, I signed up for that, but I'm not supposed to, know until August. I get added to a Teams, which Microsoft Teams is the stuff we use. Oh no. How much of that did you hear, Echo? We're in static.
That's because you heard the buzz, buzz.
Oh, that's not static. That's just a buzz, buzz of the road. So I get added to this Teams chat, which is like the software we use at my school, and it's basically my online classroom. And I get added to one for AP Gov. In fact, it has to do with the road. There was like a bunch of gravel on the road. So I have to do that and so they posted this assignment. It's like, okay, guys, we have assignment that's for the summer, and it's like these 2 parts. One, I have to read 3 chapters of a book and do like this whole analysis thing and add vocab words to my binder.
Should we be doing the music that's in Platoon to this?
Let me finish. A binder that I don't have because I don't even know if I'm taking the class yet. And then he's really supportive over here. And then
she was just so righteously indignant.
But then, not only that, we have to find 5 articles, and all of this would be fine, except I have to find like a bunch of things, like talking about like if I agree with the author's claim, and I can't do all of it at once because they need articles from August, June, and July. Okay, well, listen, guys, it's.
What are people saying?
Okay, well, they're still talking about the hotel room.
Okay.
They're still talking about. Hilna said Arv the Dunsels invited me out to top of the rock and tried to get me to fall to my death by strapping me to a steel beam. I politely declined the beam.
First of all, it's cool that you got to hang out with the Dunsels, who are really good people. Secondly, I'm glad that you didn't die by, that you were strapped to the beam.
Classic or the pure rage and bitterness of a pupil that has to go to school.
Right?
Dragon Spirit talking about the teams. Dragon Spirit, shame, Arv. You should be playing the smallest violin, silly.
Yes.
Echo Alpha, I saw. Another thing about. Yeah, okay, they're still talking about the hotel room. This is the time to play the Red Wedding music, Classicore said. And listen, I understand I'm sounding overdramatic, and I am. Absolutely overdramatic. I mean, it's an AP class. But we haven't even gotten into the class yet. So imagine if I'm most likely going to get into the class. Because most likely about like 10 kids are going to leave now that they've seen this summer assignment thing. I mean, one kid that I know already Exactly, guys, sir. I totally get it. Doing work for a class you don't even know if you're going to get into, if you're going to take it, it's some kind of BS. My dad doesn't approve of bad words.
No.
Okay.
It's fine.
But yeah, I mean, I agree, Geister. I understand doing it, but I don't see why they need to. Because if it was something where if it was a class I'd already been taking, fine. Dragon Spirit, AP's a piece of cake. I've tested out of them myself. Okay. Well, I can do it, and I will, and I
mean, she's already taken 2 AP courses, to be clear.
I can do it, and I'm going to do it because I still am a nerd who wants to take an AP Lang class. I'm still going to do it, but I don't want to.
During the summer. It's the summer thing.
It's the summer thing.
It's the summer thing.
If this was something that was like during the school, it would still be a little stressful to start off the year with that, but I could handle it. Geister, if there's a wait list, it's a good way to weed out the kids that don't want to do the work. Well, maybe, yeah, because there were like 60 kids added to the teams, and they can't have 60 kids in the class. I mean, I have a friend of mine, she's a really good student, but she's never taken a single AP class, like, ever. And we had been like, you should try to take an AP class, you'd be really good at it. And so, we all see this, we were all in our first period, and it was posted, and you could hear a bunch of kids in my class who were all probably added, all be like, what the heck is this? What is this? Why was I added to an AP Lang teams? And so, there were so many kids that were added to it. Illness ring, that ring was from our radar detector. But there were so many kids, and you could all hear them being like, what is this? And my friend, she looked at it and she's like, all right, guys, I'm not doing the AP class. She's going to be taking a different one, but she looked at it, she was going through it, she was like, if you think I'm dramatic, you should have seen her reaction. She was acting as if she was betrayed. She was so angry.
And they're reading Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers. So it's time for a new generation to learn about a book that sounds incredibly smart and is dead wrong about most of its conclusions. I'm just kidding, but it's like the kid who goes to college and they're like, hey, have you heard of this band called Pink Floyd? We all go through that stage. There's that stage where people think that Malcolm Gladwell understands things and then find out that he doesn't. I'm being totally unfair, by the way. Gladwell's fine. It just cracks me up because, the Outliers, of course.
Okay, well, at least I don't have to read. Lord of the Flies again.
Yes.
Classicore said, I'll do it, but sarcastically. Dragon Spear, Arv's speeding and using a police monitor? Shame.
I'm not speeding. I'm actually literally below. Right now I'm at the nice speed limit. Just so you know, Chad.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Dragon Spear, never heard of him. He must not be good.
Outliers is a very interesting book. It's an interesting book, though, that uses anecdote to prove, it confuses anecdote with data. And it's extremely well and, compellingly written until you start looking at the evidence and be like, I don't think this means exactly what you think it means. But he is a good writer, and he actually does have some interesting things to say.
Blah, blah. Geister said you could do 5 over in Pennsylvania, no problem, they won't pull you over.
Yeah, no, I'm doing under right now.
Classicor said, this is so fun. One of my learning therapy groups is a bunch of girls Little Arv's age. They are complaining like this all the time as well.
Yeah, see?
I don't do this all the time.
She doesn't do it. I mean, here's the thing, too. She's an exceptional student. She's an exceedingly good student.
I get the importance of this, but man, when do we stop letting kids be kids in the summer? That's what I'm saying!
Yes. I agree with that totally, Hillness. And my joking aside, my joking mostly just came from how self-righteously, she was just like, how dare you?
I did sound
it was really fun. But no, I actually agree. And I think a lot of this comes from, and we've talked about this on the channel before, learning loss. This worry that
I'm not going to get learning loss.
And you go during the summer, and then you lose, you lose ground, and then they spend a month or so kind of catching everyone back up. And I recognize that's an issue. Here's my thing, though.
Deal with it.
Part of the reason that happens, that they're so freaked out about it, is that kids, first of all, need the break now more than ever because of how overworked they're becoming. And secondly, if you weren't spending literally a month's worth of classes preparing for these godforsaken standardized tests all over the place. You wouldn't need then to be like, oh my God, we don't have enough time if we have to get them caught up for a few weeks at the beginning of the year. You would be able to do that if you wouldn't be testing them every 3 seconds for standardized tests. So that's part of the problem, is that, you know, again, the feeling is we need to make sure that they never, ever, 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 ever stop schoolwork, because we have to be constantly getting them in and out of tests. So,
Johnny Spears said, if the anecdotes are confusing, maybe try puns instead. Geister said, honestly, there's a lot of things I have to catch up. Honestly, the only class you really might want to do work over in the summer is for math. All these other classes, math is so easy to forget. That's true. I'd understand doing like a math packet over the summer. That's fair. Dragon Spear said, with AI nowadays, I predict students will start doing their homework and tests in class to make sure they're the ones that did the work.
Yeah.
Hillness, a standardized test that isn't about grading the student, but is about grading the school/teachers.
That's it.
Classicor, I'll give 2 writing classes for kids and teens again in this summer. That's usually something the kids are having fun with. Also, I get to keep earning money over the summer. That's cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, Hillness, that's a very good way to put it. It's about grading the school, not the student, and that's another issue.
And the thing is that, like, I don't care how good of a school you are. Stop putting it upon me to prove that my teachers are good quality. It's just so frustrating for me, because I'm gonna do it, the assignment. I'm gonna suck up and do it. It's just because I want to take AP Lang. I took ECE UConn English this year, early college experience English this year, and my teacher explained to me that the next higher level of this class would be AP Lang, and I really liked this class, so I want to take it. I mean, everyone has already said it. I'm gonna be reading over the summer. I like books. I read books. You do not need to make me do this. And I'm gonna continue to read articles because I took AP Gov and am now obsessive at looking and making sure I'm catched up with the news. I'll make sure to do that. I understand why. It's just the individual student thing. You can't get an individual student experience. That frustrates me. Geister says, my oldest did a writer's symposium over the summer one year, and they loved that. Language is natural for humans.
That's true. Speaking of writer's symposium, you should come check.
I am actually, I mean, I don't know if this is something you want me to mention. I'm going to say it anyway. I'm actually going to be taking 2 summer classes over the summer. Due to me doing a secondary program, it's harder for me to get all of my credits for my main school. Due to me doing this, so I don't get to always get all my credits in time. And I would be able to get all my credits if I just took basic level classes, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to be taking gym and health and safety, which is like which is only like a month and a half or like a month-ish. I'm just going to be taking that so that I can get those out of the way.
Yeah.
Hilma said, the day we had teacher orientation for the 2015 Indiana I-STEP I-STAR, and it had a note about how to handle students who throw up from nervousness was when I realized I didn't want to keep working in it at a school.
Yeah, it's true. It's teaching kids the exact wrong thing, which is that school is something something to get past and get over, rather than school is something to be excited about and learning is something to be excited about. And that has all kinds of deleterious effects. It is not a good idea.
And it's been really hard for me to enjoy some of my categories when it's all about the testing. I mean, I luckily haven't lost my love for history and English because those are my 2 favorite subjects. But I still have never liked science, and none of my teachers in public school have made me like it. I had a teacher who embarrassed me 8th grade year. I had a teacher who was new to the school and was super heckin' boring freshman year. And I have a teacher this year who just gives us a bunch of darn packets and makes the packets teach us. He's a nice guy, but I kind of wish he would teach the class, not the packets.
Yeah, it's very much like, if you know the great movie Teachers with Nick Nolte, there's a teacher in there who is, I told you this before, who has a whole bunch of worksheets on his table, and the kids just come in, pick up worksheets from his table, go down, like finish the worksheets, then hand them in, and he ends up dying, and no one notices it for like a day because he's just behind the sets of papers.
Oh my gosh!
The whole time.
I mean, that's really upsetting, but honestly, I feel like that could happen to my teacher as well. I hate to say it. Not die, but he's just not been there. He'll just leave the classroom and we don't even notice because he's behind his giant computer. Costiker said, well, you should obviously do a language class in British, right? Geister says, I had a great science and language arts teachers. Classicor, I know School of Rock. Does that count?
Hey, listen, School of Rock, that's the school you want. That and the School of Hard Knocks.
I mean, because I've never had, my math teachers, they've been up and down, so math is always, there's always one subject that you're like, okay, I'm okay at this, I'm just not a fan. That's me for math. I'm good at math, I'm just, not interested. I think my main focus has always been history. I also do really like language arts, especially like writing argumentative essays and all that. History, it depends on the class, because right now history has been my favorite subject because I've had like the best teachers in it. But when I have a good English class, I think English is also my favorite subject because both of those are really good.
Ooh, look at that. Check out this. Check out the billboard, chat. Convicted felon.
Oh.
Yep.
They can't see it, but
convicted felon. 34 times convicted felon.
I know you can't. I know you can't see it that well, but it was a picture of Donald Trump.
Yep. Nice. Very cool.
He's very happy. Do you think I could just not do the project?
The summer one?
Yeah.
But then you're going to be known as that kid. That kid. The kid who didn't do
Or
the
maybe
summer
I could,
project.
yeah, the kid who actually cares about her mental health. How about that? Affect Life. I could kind of read it, but only because you said it wasn't. Yeah, it was very bright. It was hard for them to see.
Yeah.
But it had a picture of Donald Trump and a picture of a gavel. One day I'll not have to do summer work and I'll be much happier. But until
But yeah, I think that having stuff, having work and then breaks is important, and that's the case whether you're doing, out of school work and then
someone
breaks
who gets
in time,
stressed easily, I need a break.
People who are, or people who are doing work, school work, and then need breaks from that, and so.
Because I'm not even taking all AP classes, but imagine the kids. It's already tough enough for me, but imagine the kids who take all AP classes and need a summer break and are just given a summer assignment. These kids have been non-stop going. All of us, including me, we've all been non-stop going. Give us a break.
Yeah. Well, you have to remember that there's been a long project.
I'm not remembering anything. I don't care.
You have to remember. You have to remember that in America, there's been a long time project of trying to get kids in school all the time, and the reason they want that is twofold. Number one, because
they want to take care of them.
Yeah, well, they want daycare. That's one thing, and then the second reason is that they have this misguided belief that and it's taken directly from business, which has far too much influence in this country, that if you put people in classrooms for longer with more hours, just more time, more butt in seat time, right, is going to provide better pedagogical outcomes, even if that is continually not borne out by research, even if that is continually not what teachers want, and it's certainly not what students want. The argument continues to be, this is the way to do things. The way to do things is to have kids in there all the time. And it's just a misapprehension of the way that you actually do teaching. You need to have a certain amount of time. You don't need to have them in 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You don't need that. So, you need to give them breaks. Also, they don't want to pay teachers for what they see as time off. So that's the other thing. They're like, you get your summers off. You get all of this. So that's the other reason they don't like it.
Geister says, I mean, you can't even guarantee time off in this country.
Right. And yeah, exactly. Just work till you drop, which is obviously not good.
And which has, I mean, I've never actually dropped, but I've had times where I've gotten to the point of like, I can't even.
Yeah.
And it's, you can't do that. I mean, even my winter break is only a week. It's absurd. I only have a week for winter break. Classic course. So much of my work is undoing the damage caused by similar false beliefs in our schools here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I really want to name drop the one organization. Fine, but it's just there's so much business with tests and stuff.
Oh, I mean, you can mention that. You mean College Board?
Oh,
yeah,
I wanted to name drop.
You go ahead and name drop.
Yes, College Board. Boo you! They infuriate me at times. There's been so much stuff about how the recent tests were absurdly easy, and it makes me, I mean, I'm glad that the kids were able to get the scores that were easy so they can get those credits for college, but for me, that's heckin' annoying, because I put in so much work, and you're telling me these kids got such an easy question on the world history test that I wish I would have gotten. This is not going to be understanding for kids, for people who never took world history. But one of the questions on the test was about something that is so easy to remember. I never got a question on that. I wish I got a question on that because it was so easy. Classic Course said, so much of my work... Oh, you already said that. Hillness, I only get a week for winter break, but I at least get a winter break. Yeah, I only get a week for winter break, and I don't... Hillness, College Board math test question. What is 2 plus 2? Yeah, I don't know. I can reveal this because it's been a couple weeks since the world history test, but... one of the questions on it, I didn't take world history this year, but turns out Classic says giving Little Arv sugary food, then letting her rant away is quite entertaining. I would rant regardless, but sugary food does not make me rant. I rant regardless. And then I'll be quiet so you can talk a bit. But one of the questions was about what's an item found on the Silk Road? The Silk Road is one of the easiest, if not the easiest things you learn in that class. Silk Road is literally, here's the Silk Road. Here are items you learn, and then you do a tiny project on it. I could get items on the Silk Road, silk. Items on the Silk Road, gold, spices. It is literally silk. I could just... What's something that affected the Indian Ocean trade route? Monsoon gives you the rant. Yeah,
there you go. Hello?
Yeah, okay. They
Check
must
one.
be going through some hilly areas.
Check 1. Check 2.
Geister, and I'm aware of, and you're aware of the current geopolitical importance of the Khyber Pass, right? Classic, what affected the Indian Ocean trade route? Were Indians in the ocean?
What was I going to say? So sorry about that, chat. That may happen again because we're in the part of Pennsylvania where cell signal goes to die. So I did two. I did 2 AP exams, right? I did English and history. I did very well on both. I kind of messed around in high school. I didn't mess around on purpose, but there were a lot of things going on in high school. And so I ended up, I didn't become a good student really until I got to college. But I took 2. Like I was in honors English, I was in honors history. I was definitely not in honors science. But it's just, you look back and you go, okay, I took 2 or 3. These kids who were taking 6, 7, 5, 8 AP courses, this is crazy. Like, it's way, way too much. And it means that, again, since everything becomes around, assessment and, more ways to demonstrate more collected data.
Classic Core. AP course is advanced placement. It's basically you have normal courses, honor, and AP. AP is the highest level, and it usually gives you credits for college. Some colleges accept the credit, others don't.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, you will take an AP test. This AP test will give you extra credits for college, and it looks much better on your resume for college.
Yeah.
Effect Life, did you give a response to my vacation times? If so, stream died. Yeah, sorry, Effect Life. I don't think we saw that question.
Yeah, ask that again, Effect Life. I didn't see that.
But, yeah, Classic Core, that's one of the AP courses. They are much trickier. I have taken, freshman year, I took AP World History. I took ECE English, which isn't an AP course, this year. And then I am taking currently AP Government in my sophomore year. Should I be doing that sophomore year? No. But the next level would have been AP US History, and I was not going to take another full year. I mean, I'm taking another full year next year, but this year I just wasn't prepared to take a full year AP, so I didn't do US History. Effect Life said, school vacations in Belgium, 1 week in February, 2 weeks in April, full July and August, 1 week end of October, and 2 weeks in Christmas.
Yeah, that's much more sensible. It's much, much more sensible.
I think a bit more of like June, but I totally agree. That sounds so nice. Can I have your schedule?
Yeah. See? But no, because then if you have your schedule, then you have to deal with Belgium's terrible mass transit that we just learned about.
Oh. No, I mean the
and the Swiss stealing their chocolate all the time.
No. Classic Horror, we have so many school holidays over here. We just had 2 weeks. It's the first day back on Monday.
Oh, interesting. Well, is there a summer break, like, for school there? I mean, is there summer break?
Yeah, like 2 week breaks are
Germany?
nice, but you need to have a summer break. You can. Wait, no, I don't want you to get copyright claimed. Is that how it works?
Mm-hmm.
If I sing a song, you get copyright claimed?
It would depend on the song probably.
Summer break is 6 weeks.
Okay, well...
That's about 2 months.
Month and a half.
Month and a half.
Yeah.
That's okay. I think having a bit more would be good, but that still is pretty good.
But you have a longer break during winter, right? You have a longer winter. You have than we do. Like there's like a 3 week winter, 2 week, 3 week winter break in Germany. What's the winter break in Germany?
I think Belgium. So far, hearing the Belgium one, I think is the best one.
So far, Belgium wins. The winner, Belgium.
Please give me your school schedule. Please, I want it. Oh, whoa. Oh, Dragon Spear resubbed for 1 month tier.
Oh, nice.
They've been subscribed for 81 months. Wow.
81 months. Thank you, Dragon Spear, very much.
Classic Horror. 2 weeks around Christmas, New Year's, 2 week over Easter, 1 week in winter.
Okay, yeah, so there's more weeks during it, like more consistent 2 week breaks than what we get here. But it sounds like right now Belgium is winning in the clubhouse, you know.
Thank you, Dragon Spear. Yeah, can I please have that school schedule, please? Oh, sorry, my phone changed colors.
That's fine.
It does that. It's like for sleep mode.
Yep.
Dragon Spirit. Lies! I'm not a day older than 35 weeks. Effect Life. I now work. I have about 25 to 30 days of paid vacation because of the way that my hours a day work. 36 or 40 hours a week. I can get about 12 more if I work for 40 hours a week.
Okay. So that's, I mean, you said 30, so 30 days? Is that what he said? 30 days?
30
paid?
days of paid vacation.
I mean, it's a lot more than, a lot of people in America get, where they get maybe, 2 weeks of vacation, possibly, and, and then they get some sick days and all that, and that grudgingly, where they had to fight like mad to get even that amount.
Effect Life. I don't know exactly anymore how many days I have since the intranet has just had a redesign.
Oh, I see.
Classic Horror. Also, more single day and bank holidays overall. Loads of religious holidays, Unification Day, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think having a summer break is important to compare, or just a longer break, because of course there's like the Effect Life. Yes, public holidays are not included in those vacation days. Okay, good.
Right.
But having a summer break or like a long-term break that separates 2 years of school is super important, because that affects your mindset in a way.
Right. And also having that break.
Geister, the medieval serf had more days off than the modern worker.
It's often, yeah.
We are serfs now.
Honestly, the other thing a break does too is it allows you to process the stuff you learned during your, in-class instruction. Right? That's the other thing. If you tell someone a bunch of compelling things, they also need time to process it. And sometimes there are moments where you're thinking back to the way things went over the last week, over the last month, over the last year, and that also is having an effect on your maturation, on your ability to understand the subject, on your preparation for the next year. But you can't do that if you're constantly like, great, you learned that, let's go on. Okay, good, now move on. You never have a moment to take a breath and go,
math class.
Let me think about what I actually just learned, Can't build on a foundation if you don't let the concrete set before you build on top of the foundation. The foundation needs to be set.
Classic core. There's a reason universities offer sabbaticals.
Right.
Dragon Spear says, vacations in the U.S. stink. I lose my vacation hours banked at the end of every year if I never use them.
Yeah, there have been discussions of lawsuits about that because it's hard to see how technically that would be fully legal. I understand you don't want people to, build it up and then take a year off or something, although, but still, that seems a little sketchy.
Effect Life, I had colleagues that took a 4-week holiday without any issues. Longest I did was about 2 weeks and a day or so.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Seer, maturation. Arv is showing off with big words again.
I matured so I could use those words, Dragon.
No, you became an English teacher.
Right. The only way to become an English teacher is to have matured fully. Height of maturity. Maturation. My maturing process. I've never,
Classic says maturation. I know that word from whiskey tastings.
Yeah. I don't, maturation. I don't ever, that's why I don't make jokes on this channel, and I take everything seriously. Because it's important. Look at the red glow on my face. You can see that it's important, okay?
What's the Dragon Spirit? They do that because owing employee hours is considered a liability accounting-wise.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, company. I'm so sorry you can't handle this. This must be so difficult for you.
Yeah.
Maturation. That is... Maturation.
Take it to the maturation.
Effect Life. I'm not sure anymore, but as far as I know, you can still pick up the unused days from the previous year for a limited time. For a limited time only.
For a limited time only.
You could get 50% or more on your...
So nothing gets done in January because everyone's just like, quick, use them now.
Hilmus. That's why I'm no longer allowed to carry over 300 plus hours of PTO each year.
Wow. 300 hours.
Effect Life. Some companies even have a way to get them paid out to you at the end of the year.
Oh, so if you don't use the hours, then they give them back to you in form of a bonus? That's interesting.
Classic Horror. Live in the U.S. doesn't exactly sound like fun the way you're talking about it. Listen, freedom. Freedom. Ah!
America.
Eagle cry.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah!
America has...
Well, Classic Horror, if you lived in the United States, you'd be able... There are many things you could do. You could be really tired all the time, constantly. You could have to stand up in school during the national anthem every morning, even if you don't want to. You could have to pause a baseball game just to hear the national anthem. They did that. Like, the guy was going through with our purchase, and he's like, sorry, I can't do the purchase until the end of the anthem. Doesn't that feel little culty to you?
A little. But I don't really... I mean... Yeah.
Dragon Spirit, now for the real test. Can either of you... Oh, I can say that. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Listen, I watched Mary Poppins.
Absolutely.
Effect Life. I love to go and visit, but do not want to live there, to be honest.
The thing about America is when America is at its... When the United States is at its best, right? When the United States is at its best, it does have an idealism. In its ideals, it does reach for something that is worth reaching for. Like there are principles that it has that are worth that it's worth maintaining. It's just that it so often falls short of those ideals. That's the problem. So, but that said, I don't.
Illness. We are a big country.
Right, but that's really the issue. And there are times where I just hear things and I'm like, that sounds much more sensible than the way we do things, Canada. That sounds much more rational than how we manage it, England. That seems a lot more
Belgium,
logical than how we do it, Germany. Yeah, or
Dragon Spear,
Belgium, or
Effectively, most, not all countries do have those ideals that they just don't meet.
Yeah.
Dragon Spear, Little Arv passes. Now, what about Big Arv?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. What? You know what I was supposed to do?
Whoa!
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
It just did that automatically.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, well, I thought.
How about anti-disestablishmentarianism?
Effectively, if you won't live Belgian taxes, we have some of the highest taxes in the whole of Europe.
Well, yeah, but then you also have guaranteed health care, right? That's not reliant on your employer. You also have, functional road systems that you don't have to argue about with a bunch of death cultists masquerading as a political party, right?
Okay, well, let's not get political here. Dragon Spear said Little Arv passes. Now, what about Big Arv?
Pass what? Didn't I say it?
Huh?
He's to say the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I don't know what he meant. I thought that he was saying Dragon Spear, we did make a former president convicted of a lot of crimes. That's saying a lot.
Yes. No, I will
Hillness,
say.
No, Hillness, I thought you meant No, wait, hang on.
Okay, wait. Can you stop for a second?
Oh.
I will say, Dragon Spear, that is, yes, I agree with you there. That is a better moment for America right there. Because what is proof of the fact that we're not a banana republic is that we did convict properly a person who deserved to be convicted. And instead of just being nope, sorry, you get away with that. That's a good moment for us. Needs to be followed up with other good moments, but it is a good moment.
No, Dragon Spear, I thought that you were saying that, talking about my name, how going from Little Arv, since I'm now getting older, calling me Big Arv or calling me Teen Arv or something. That's what I thought. I thought we were talking about my name. I didn't realize. So then when he said that, I didn't think he heard me. That's why I said it again.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought we were talking about.
I see.
Anyways, effectively I said about the healthcare system. Yes, the road quality,
Not so much.
Classic horror. Part of the problem is that half the country has severely different interpretation of these ideals than the other one. But hey, convicted felon at least.
Yes.
That's very true.
That can't be taken away.
I took an AP Gov class this year.
Not only convicted felon, 34 counts unanimously within 9 hours of deliberation. That was very impressive.
Classic horror. Teen Arv, Tarv, effectively medium Arv.
Hey, Classicor, I don't know if you heard that I wasn't sure if it was okay to wear my Pittsburgh Steelers hat in the Lancaster game because Lancaster's actually a little closer to Philly. So I was I wonder if these are actually Philadelphia Eagles fans. I mentioned this because Classicor's a Steelers fan like me, so.
Dragon Spear, you're always going to be Little Arv in Dad's eyes.
That's very true.
Yeah.
As I am again, I've talked many times about how incredibly proud I am of Little Arv and what a wonderful person she's grown up to be. She started as a wonderful person, she stayed that way. But yeah.
I've had character development.
Yeah. She's a wonderful kid, and I'm very lucky to be her father. But, again, there's always a sense in which that relationship is maintained as that relationship, which is nice.
Medium Arv, Marv, Effect Life, Marvelous Marv.
Marvelous Marv. Yeah, my son, Mini Arv, if you refer to him that way, if you're going to be your name's Mini Arv and you're this, he's going to have this big smile on his face the whole time. He's going to be people know me? I'm going to be yes, some people know you. People outside my school? I'm yes, some people know you outside your school. Oh.
Yeah, Classic Girl already heard you talking about you raging the natives.
What's that? Raging the natives.
Don't you remember?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's right. Raging the natives, yeah. That's right.
Alright, we're 2 hours, 38 minutes away from home. Wow, we've been doing this for about an hour, 40 minutes now.
That's good. A little longer, and then we'll stop.
Effect Life. Even people from the other side of the world know you, Minnie and Little Arv.
Exactly. he's going to be like, wow, really? He will get this big smile on his face. And he'll be like, oh.
Dragon Spirit. Arv. DM hat now. What D&D class and level is Little Arv at now?
Ooh, what D&D class? That's
what D&D class am I? Let's do that. What D&D class am I?
What D&D class are you?
Classic Core. This summer, people will actually get to meet you as well. Yeah.
I know. I know. It's going to be amazing. I would say that Little Arv is a...
Oh.
I think a druid.
A druid?
Yeah, because there is a little bit of healing, there's a little bit of empathy, there's a little bit of love for nature.
Barbarian Scald.
There is... no. And there is a sense of not wanting overstimulation. There's a sense of balance in the world. You love being out in the rain. You love hearing the rain. That's what I would say. I would say druid. And as far as what level? Level 3, because she's entering the full, like, starting to enter the, stage.
Only level 3?
Well, you were level 0 until you got to old enough that you could,
Boop. Boop.
Okay, so you want to be higher level, so you think people are level 20, like, end at 25? Like, they peak
Classic
and then they're
Courser,
done?
she's a Jedi.
She's a Jedi. And that's what I would say. Mini Arv is probably a level 1 rogue. I'd say.
A rogue. You're calling your son a thief.
Dude, I mean, think about the acrobat. He's an acrobat, right? Think about the ninja thing. He could be a monk.
Effect life.
He could be a monk.
Effect life. I remember him climbing the kitchen cabinets a while ago, so some kind of acrobatic class.
Right. I was thinking he could be a monk. That's true. He could be a monk.
I could see monk because Arv's tough. I can see monk because he does use his hands a lot, and that's a lot of what monks do.
Yep.
And I think monk. What about you? I mean, I know way less about D&D. No, you don't get to say it.
Oh.
You don't get to choose your own class. That's not how this works. I'm thinking. See, Classic Girl, so Little Arv, what class is your dad? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out now. My brain thinks wizard. I'm thinking wizard. Although
You're a wizard.
you're a wizard, Harry. I don't want to say sorcerer, but I feel like you're not just a wizard, because I think that you do have some magic in your blood, like it was passed down, but you're not like a full-on effective scholar. I don't know what class that has that specialized. Definitely a wizard would be a scholar. I mean, that's literally what wizards are all about.
Could also be a bard, college lore.
No, you're not a bard.
I'm not?
No.
I'm not.
No, you are not.
Why am I not a bard?
You are not a bard.
I'm singing about a bard.
Okay, he's not a warlock.
Oh, I'm singing about my life as a bard.
Classic or Arv never breaks. Guys, sir, Arv never breaks out in song. Classic or warlock? No, he's not a warlock. He's not a warlock. You said college of what for a bard?
College of lore.
Of lore? I always forget there are different colleges for bards.
College of lore.
It's not a sorcerer. Isn't there like another class? Not a sorcerer, not a warlock, not a wizard, but another one?
That, for what? That does what?
Magic. There's another one.
It's magic.
Stop bringing on the
let's see.
You know, I always wonder, I'm like, why do I bring on this song randomly? I realize I got it from you.
The warlock thing.
Not illusionist, guys. Turn
So
out.
warlock, yeah, illusionist. That's true. I was going to say that. Warlock is there as well.
No. So I feel like there's another one that has to do with like having magic in the blood besides sorcerer and warlock.
Well, there are a lot of like specialty classes and things.
Well,
like
I think wizard, but like a specialty wizard wizard that has like a specialty class in like music and the fact that you have it in your lineage.
That could be a dual class bard wizard.
No, you're not a bard. I'm sorry. Dragon Sphere. Little Arv is also a tough DM. Geister. Oh yeah, I've seen him conjure entire worlds in front of people.
That's actually a very nice compliment, Geister. That's. I'm honored to think so. That's a great.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Classic horror witch. No, he's not.
That's a really nice compliment. What? I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch. That's a fair call.
What's wrong with witches?
There's nothing wrong with witches. I don't do stuff with Eye of Newt.
Okay, everyone who's read the Tiffany Aching series knows that witches don't do that.
I don't do things with.
There's an arcane bard subclass.
Right. Well, I mean, the other thing is like, arcane trickster is a rogue subclass, but I'm not a rogue.
There's no way you're a rogue.
Yeah, I'm too.
Let's not even go down that road.
Follow the rules. I'm a neutral
Classic
good guy.
get a duck.
I get a duck.
So, what is the College of War again for bards? What is that?
You just have a lot of knowledge of things, of history of things. You have advantage to checks to determine things.
Why am I saying this? I literally played a bard. I don't think we had been doing colleges, but if she wasn't a college, she would have been in the College of War. I don't know why I even say that. I played Luna Merwin. Her whole thing is that she had a +8 in history, that character. Her whole thing was history, especially history of astrology.
Yep.
So, you know what? I still think you're a wizard, though. But I do agree bards can be like that because I literally played a bard who was like that. I liked that character because she was a bard, but bards are always stereotyped as these, like, performative, like, hey, I'm out there. She's not performative. She's an extreme introvert who just loves history and knowledge and loves music. Yeah. Classic horror. Probably a paladin, let's be honest. Oh.
Well.
No, you're a wizard.
No, a wizard.
You're a wizard. I could see being a wizard, but also having a subclass in, like, being a bard. I understand. I see that. Wizard, subclass is bard. I see that.
Okay.
But you're a wizard.
You're a wizard. Hey, listen, I've had worse. I'll take that.
You've had worse? What if people called you?
Oh, no. I mean, the class that I always tend to play, either rangers or sorcerers, because I like the concept of ranger, but I think realistically, yeah.
Well, I guess the chat's against me. Effect Life, considering you're a singer, a writer, a professor of English, and a streamer, entertainer, a bard would fit. Yeah, no, I mean maybe
I understand the wizard thing too. A wizard also works.
I think you are a wizard subclass bard.
Okay.
That's what I believe. Because there are many wizards that are younger and can be performative wizards. I mean, Gandalf was a performative wizard. He did fireworks, you know?
Right.
So, dual classic, yeah. But mainly a wizard.
Did you say there are a lot of wizards that are younger and can be...
The wizards can be younger.
What?
Wizards can be younger.
No, I know. So you're saying that as a younger person, I can be a wizard. I just want to be clear about that.
Well, I mean...
You're ancient, so it's time for you to be a wizard.
You're not ancient. No, okay. That's the thing, is that whenever someone hears about a wizard, they're like, oh, so really old? I'm like, not all wizards are old.
Yeah.
And I mean, what do you like?
I mean, by wizard standards, I'm like a young buck.
Gandalf was a Mothmancer? Mothmancer? I'm saying that wrong, aren't I? Mothma.
Yes, because of the film, when he uses the moth. Remember, he communicates he whispers to the moth and flies away.
He's a moth whisperer.
He's a moth whisperer.
Whoa, blue light. Whoa, that's weird.
What the heck just happened there?
Whoa.
That was weird.
That was weird. Our light in here is really bad. Should I turn on the light?
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's a bit better.
The light is on. The light is on.
Yeah, subclass bard.
It's on the street.
Now, see, if you were one of the animals in the D&D world, not a human, what animal?
Oh.
What creature? What species? And now they've entered the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, seriously.
Effect Life. Oh darn, it's almost 3 a.m. already. Time flies and you're having fun, I guess. Time to finally get to bed, I guess. Have a safe drive, you two, and have fun here on the stream.
All right.
I'll see you on Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday. Thanks, Effect Life. Sleep well. Bye-bye, Effect Life.
Bye,
See you
Effect
soon.
Life. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's almost 2 hours.
Nice.
1:50. 8 viewers.
Yeah, we'll...
Bye, Effect Life.
We will wrap here in just a sec.
No,
Yeah.
because then you're going to make me go to bed.
Well, not immediately.
Yeah, but what species? You know what's so funny? I still have a video from last year. Why do we always have these? We get into these interesting conversations. Last year, we got into the conversation of what bird would every character from Beauty and the Beast be?
Right.
I ended up deleting that video because it was way too long and it's taking up too much storage. But I remember we had said that, Gaston was a peacock, obviously.
Obviously. Yeah, I think,
But anyways, what species?
I think for me, we're talking like animals, right?
Well, no, just any species in general, like elf, dwarf,
Half elf.
half elf,
Yep.
half elf. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I think for me, there's so many. Are you saying a creature that your personality would fit as, or one that you would want to be?
Both. I find the half elf appealing.
Oh, I mean, I would be an Aarakocra because I like to fly. I mean, that would be cool. I mean, if there was one that I was... I don't know if there... I mean, Chat, what do you think? If there was a species in D&D that I was, based on personality, I don't think half-elf. What are the other
For
half...
you,
What are the other half things? There's half-elf, there's classic or a ranger half-elf called Arvin Elrond. Didn't someone write a book about that?
maybe. Although he wasn't a half elf, but still.
Dragon Spear, half-elf for me.
Half elf for you?
No, Dragon Spear said for him.
For Dragon Spear.
I'm a Kender? Oh, do you mean... What's a Kender?
Kalen maybe.
What is a Kender?
Kender is a species that's sort of in the Hobbit realm. It's a little bit like a halfling. And there's a famous Kender in the Dragonlance novels, which you haven't read. But I don't think Little Arv doesn't make enough mischief for it. Midi Arv maybe, but Kenders are annoying, and I don't find they're not annoying.
You know, I think
halfling. There's something about halfling. You could be like a half-halfling, like a three-quarterling.
I think I'm a...
Like a buck and a quarter.
You know, I could see me being either... This is what I could see me being. Either a half-halfling being half of a halfling, half-human, which I think is more realistic, or half-hobbit, half-gnome.
Half-hobbit, half-gnome?
Yeah. You know about the gnomes, right?
The Nobbit.
Nobbit.
Did you see?
Nobbit.
I don't know if anyone caught the community D&D the other day.
Not the garden one,
But Shadowed had a chambered and ready pun that involved someone coming to the door of where the whole group is staying, and they had ordered some construction material, and it's a gnome standing right next to it. And he's like, "I brought all your material. We're delivering it." He's like, "Okay, that's fine. I'm your representative from Gnome Depot," and he was just like, "Yeah,
No.
I got it."
Okay.
And I was like, "That's good quality." And he chambered that up for a while. Gnome
Dragon
Depot,
Spear
baby.
said, "Hopefully not a harefoot."
Yeah, well.
Well, I have a bunch of puns in my D&D world. I have Walmart, which is actually it's like the Home Depot of my world. It's a construction company that's inhabited by a bunch of dwarves. I ended up at one point for one of my campaigns, they needed to repair a robotic thing, and I was like, shoot, I don't have anything prepared. And I was like, you know what? So I ended up making, what was it? It was some type of gnome auto parts, and it was this entire auto parts shop that was just full of gnomes. you go in and everything is like really tiny, but then there's like these giant cars. So I mentioned how like at one point they were trying to bring in their vehicle, and so in order for the main guy to see their vehicle, the main gnome, he climbed on 2 other gnomes and then like was looking over at the vehicle. He's like, you're gonna need this and this. Yep. But he's on top of 2 gnomes, so he can actually see the vehicle. I like gnomes. I think they're really fun.
3 gnomes in a trench coat.
They weren't in a trench coat.
Gnomes are cool.
Yeah, I think probably a half halfling. I'd be. That does make sense. Like half human, half hobbit. So hobman.
Hobling.
A humit.
Hobbit, right.
I'm a humit.
I am a humit.
Geister, I think you can do some really cool things with gnomes. Yeah, I mean, I did so many puns with a bunch of different. Gnomes are great for dynamic personalities. They are. Kobold, that is a bit. Yeah, I'm not a kobold. But kobolds do exist.
They do imagine themselves to be mini dragons, and you do like dragons.
Geister, they are great for dynamic personalities. Yeah, maybe I have some bias against kobolds because we had to fight a bunch of them in Zach's campaign. So maybe I have a bias. I have a bunch of like jokes in my world. I have Abercrombie and Witch. It's run by a bunch of witches.
Abercrombie and Witch.
I have my personal favorite, which is Fairy Queen. It's run by a bunch of fairies. Dragons who are half halfling. Don't you mean a quarter hobbit? No, see. That's what Dad said, but I'm not a quarter hobbit. I'm half of a hobbit.
So I was saying 3/4ling because
Quarterling.
you're like not quite.
I'm half of a hobbit. I'm not a half hobbit. Geister, you're not short. No. See, I would get the height from my human side.
No, it has to. The hobbit thing has to do with certain.
No, it has to do with the jolly personality.
Well.
No.
And also a particular love of food.
Oh, that's very true.
I mean,
that is very true. I am a half hobbit, everybody.
We've had one breakfast. Yes. What about second breakfast? Like that is.
I think I've actually done something. Asked for that before. Geister comfort. I would get the human aspects, but I'd want the sort of more pointy ears. I mean, technically, this is weird, but when it comes to like, you know how everyone has hair on their bodies? I actually, strangely, my hair changes colors the lower down my legs you get, and right at my ankles going onto my foot, I have long brown hair. So, and me and my mom, we call it our hobbit hair. So I technically am already a hobbit, okay? Because I have the hair. I already am getting there. But I get the jolliness, the food obsession, also the love of music and the love of being social, I think. Mm-hmm. All of the, and but also I'd be more like Bilbo. He's very social at times, but he also just likes to be by himself and read his books and listen to his like nice music alone.
And I don't brave like and resilient, and
people have hair on their feet. It's normal. No, I'm not saying it's not normal. I'm just saying I'm like a hobbit. Don't worry. I love the hair on my feet. I'm just saying I'm a hobbit. But yeah, I wasn't thinking about the food, but it's very true. I mean, didn't I do that the other day? No, didn't I do that like today, where I was like, oh, are we sure we should save until dinner? And you're like, why are you thinking about dinner now? And he's like, are you hungry? And you were like, aren't you hungry now? I'm like, well, yes, but what about dinner?
I'm hungry at the moment, yes, but what about dinner? We've
had food, but what about second dinner? Dinner. Yeah, I'm definitely half hobbit. Or a hobbit. I get in my world, I also, another one of my favorites, so my two favorites were the Fairy Queen and Geister. I will cope to having more than one breakfast in a day on many an occasion.
Yep.
I will opt. So I have weapons are Russ. Mm-hmm. Classic or hungry belly, hairy feet, don't anger her or you shall eat. I also have our Co-Crace cinemas, which I was really happy about. I was very barcode crates on those. I was very happy about that. Weapons R Us. Geister, Bloodbath and Beyond for discerning
Bloodbath and Beyond.
Bloodbath and Beyond. I need my phone. I need to write that down.
Bloodbath and Beyond. I mean, and then you get various coupons for attacks on people.
That's genius.
Can I use this coupon?
No. Listen, Bloodbath and Beyond.
Right, listen, it's expired a year ago. No. I know, but just help me out.
They didn't go bankrupt. They went out of business because they kept attacking people, and people sued the company, so they went bankrupt. This is genius. It's genius. Wait, I don't have something to write it down with.
And it was bought out not by a hedge fund, but by a hedge wizard fund. Let's go.
Wait, I can't write it down.
Yeah.
How am I going to write it down?
You can just look back it over. Look it over again later.
I'm going to forget.
Bloodbath and Beyond. You'll remember.
It's genius. Absolutely genius. I mean, they all said they're prepared. I'm pretty sure they're still in the fight with the... I'm pretty sure they're still in that fight.
What, the Illusioner fight?
Yeah. They're in the final stage of it.
So, all right. Anything left over?
Dragon Spear, more like Hedge Knight Fund. Classic Girl, we'll remember her. We'll remind her probably. Geister, I'm sure my brain pulled it out from hearing it somewhere. I probably shouldn't take credit. No, Geister, take all the credit.
Take all the
genius.
Credit. This is my greatest moment.
So it's 2 hours.
Say again?
2 hours.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we should probably wrap up so we can get this child starting to move towards sleeping and all that kind of stuff. But this was fun, everybody. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you folks enjoyed it too. I promised that I would stream, and I did, and it was a good time. So I will be back to you lovely folks Tuesday. I don't actually know exactly what's on the schedule yet because I'm going to be checking that out tonight and then definitely after I get some sleep tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be checking out all the details as put together by Triffid and Company. We have a lot of good stuff on the docket though, a lot of tabletop stuff coming up. We have a couple of trips on the docket in June and July, so we'll have to kind of play around with that in terms of like, you know, we'll try to do live streams when we can to make up for it or whatever. We'll figure it out, but that's the plan with that. We also have a big cover reveal, which is going to be happening on June 18th, which is a Tuesday. I believe it is 2 weeks from this coming Tuesday.
Sleeping is for little kids. Little Arv is a big girl now.
That's true. 2 weeks from this Tuesday is going to be a big cover reveal. We'll be revealing the Good Night Class Square. We'll be revealing the cover for Heretic. We will also be revealing the cover for the Gen Con Writers Symposium anthology, and also a number of other covers that are going to be coming from stuff being put up by Athos Arts. So you should definitely be here for that. We have a bunch of surprises coming for you as well in various places. More Ghosts of Saltmarsh over on June.com. I'll be doing more playing of Black Geyser over there. I'll also be doing more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and you know, Fighting Fantasy Gamebook illustration. We'll be doing another one of those, and you know, all that kind of good stuff. Plus some more Beowulf. So
Classicore Heretic, but I just got Renegade.
Well, listen, you know, you have to read quickly, my friend. You got to read quickly. Heretic comes next.
Good night,
that's coming out in July. So, but that's going to do it for me, folks. Thank you so much
is
to
5 minutes in total.
all of you. Thank you so much to all you lovely folks. Don't forget to follow the channel and subscribe and do all those cool things.
Make sure to like,
and subscribe. Slam that like button. Make sure to do all that cool stuff, and I will see you folks Tuesday at noon Eastern. And thank you to Little Arv for being the camera woman for all of this. But yeah, otherwise, follow all the things, do all the stuff, support the Patreon, sub to the channel, all the good stuff, and love you all. I will see you on Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye all.
Bye everyone. That's fun.
You press that same button.